Hello again, everyone, and welcome to some more flight training. Double stream today because I got sidetracked doing other stuff on the mining, but we're showing up here to flight training late. We're gonna see what they have to say, but stay tuned for some flight training here.
Experienced with it. It probably looks really confusing.
What's up?
It just looks like you're like sitting in place, just spinning in circles.
I'm not though.
No, he's going 100, 200, 300 meters a second.
Going like 700 miles an hour.
His momentum's carrying him forward. Looks like he's hooking now.
Yo, what up, Deadsea?
Oh, not much. What are you guys up to?
Just reviewing some team fights from earlier.
Nice.
Welcome to the ASOP Vehicle Retrieval System.
You looking to get some training, Deadsea?
Yeah, I show up, see what the guys are up to today, since I missed it last week. Yeah, the woman had me cornered last week to watch movies with her, so.
Yeah, that's alright.
Alright, are you guys all on a server together? Are you in Arena Commander? Where you guys at?
I'm in game. I don't know what they're doing. They're just watching footage.
Alright.
So I don't know if we should split this back up.
We should.
It's the main menu. I'll hop out the main menu and join on USub. Or wherever you want me.
Yeah, you can join on me. I'm gonna join a free flighter here. I'm gonna invite you in a
Alright.
second.
Yeah, we'll go back up to a New World server or whatever. What am I doing?
You're not gonna watch any.
What's this? This invite I just accepted sub, is that
It's for Arena Commander.
Okay, is that what you're in now?
Yes, except one. I think I just
Okay,
left
yeah,
it.
you did.
I just was making sure it was in the right game mode.
Okay, I'm gonna clear all these invites and I'll wait for you to send me a fresh one.
Yeah, sorry. It doesn't tell me if I invited you, so. So I clicked it a couple times.
Okay. Just didn't know which one was fresh or not. One second. Yeah, just a heads up, everyone. This is flight training put on by AGB. They do this every Sunday at about 7 Eastern. Anyone's welcome. If you are looking to get connected with them, you could probably find them through their website. But you could also just add me on Discord and I'll get you an invite. These guys are good people. All they do is fighter pilot stuff, so they have quite a few tricks. So I'm just stopping by to see how their flight training works, and I decided to stream it just as a resource for everyone who kind of wants to, doesn't have the time to show up, blah blah blah, whatever. But yeah, so if you're interested in some flight training, this is the place. Alright, yeah, I was just giving the rundown of, the intro to flight training, to the stream. Also, I have the stream on, too.
Yeah, that's fine.
Yeah.
No worries. Really nice, actually, if it's just you and me.
Alright.
I'm gonna hop us into free flight, hopefully.
Yeah, alrighty. Oh, yeah, that's one thing I have to change back, I think. Is how like the speed limiter thing where it's like there but it's not actually like real.
Yes.
I think I need to put that back to where it's like an actual like hard cap, because like I kind of enjoy like it like limiting my speed for me, just because I don't pay attention. Do you remember what the
Honestly, it's okay. For Like actual keybinds?
Yeah, yeah. It was like the like the block on the speed limiter thing where it, like you can set it.
Yep. I believe it's. Wait, let me
And randomly it spawned me in a hammerhead.
square it.
Very fitting.
Oh, are
It
you
spawned
really
me
in
in
a
a
hammerhead?
hammerhead. I didn't click
Nice.
anything. It just put me in a hammerhead.
That must have been the last thing you went into Arena Commander
I
with,
don't
then.
think I've ever been in Arena Commander. Is the funny thing.
All right, we'll probably back out then.
All right. So yeah.
Yeah, just go right to exit to menu.
All right. Yeah. I'll exit the menu.
I'll get that. I'll look up that key binding in a second.
Yeah, I can probably find it, but just I might remember.
Yeah, so if you go to exit the menu, we should be back in the same lobby. You could select ship.
Okay, select rent ship. All right. Oh yeah, it's just because Aegis Hammerhead's at the top of the list. I guess it just put me into whatever. So should I grab Gladius? So that's probably the move.
Probably preferred. Yeah, you could probably get the Gladius.
All right. Says.
I actually need to get this logged out, double checked.
It's an Aegis Gladius, isn't it? Gladius.
Yes.
All right. Rent ship. Confirm rental. I got 42,000 of that currency for 3 days.
Yeah, sometimes it gets glitched.
I have an arrow. I could just use for free.
You can take the arrow out if you want. Yeah, take the arrow out. We're gonna mostly work on flight still.
Yeah, whatever. Whatever you think. Yeah, so like things that I have for free is an arrow and a saber, but probably arrow better.
Yeah, go ahead and pick the arrow just to get you a little bit more maneuver.
All right, sounds good.
Back to the speed limiter thing. It's not a bad idea because of the whole master modes that are coming out.
Yeah.
SCM speed is going to be probably the go-to thing soon. So there's actually a lot of PvP orgs that are actually already doing fight testing, like PvP testing at lower speeds at sets. That's like they put their limiters on.
All right, 1 second. We got a phone call. 1 second.
Yep.
Alright, I have some hard woman aggro, so I'll have to go here and not for long, I just gotta give her a hand carrying something. But I'm good for a few minutes.
Yeah, no problem. What you gotta do.
But yeah, what was that keep on?
Flight movement, and it's down halfway through. There's speed limiter on, off, hold toggle.
Flight mode? Second here.
And then there's another one for increase and decrease.
Alright, give me a second. Flight. Speed limiter defaults on? Is that it?
Oh, nope, it's under key bindings.
Keybind.
Sorry.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, game settings, key bindings. Yeah.
Advanced key bindings. Flight movement.
Flight
okay.
movement.
Then what is it again?
Speed limiter on off.
Speed limiter
is the toggle button. Turn it on.
Okay,
on.
What should I set that as? Okay, that should be good.
And then yeah, there's a increase decrease that you can.
Flew out of the zone. Is it just like auto spawn me back or something?
It's probably like 20 seconds, and then it's got a timer. It'll probably kill you.
Okay, I think I'm back now. Very cloudy where I'm at here. Oh, there we go.
Yeah, this is actually technically a small gas cloud. Well, I guess I'm going to ask, of course, but have you practiced at all?
No, No.
or if there's anything you have.
I haven't really been playing a lot. I was rock mine the last couple times I was on the game. So. I definitely had it decoupled the entire time I was playing.
That's good. And yeah, it's it's no big deal. I know the game mode right now in its current state's kind of a little hard to stick around.
Yeah.
Let's see here.
There we go. Yeah, it's nice having that speed brake on. I like the little block on.
Yeah, having the limiter.
Especially for me.
Well, I like this map a little bit better anyways for orbiting, because it's got a little bit of a bigger target, but that's honestly what I'm just going to have you do.
Alright.
We're going to just practice some orbiting.
Alright, I'll come in.
Right in the middle.
Is that you I think I got there? Yep.
Yeah, right in the middle there's a big station. Yeah.
Oh, I've definitely been more using like tricordian and stuff for slowing the maneuvering. Like, yeah, turning and whatnot.
Yeah.
Is it this fella that you're going around?
Yeah, so this one is a little bit bigger. It's a little bit easier to go around than the that small station antenna, but it's still a good gigantic object that you can just kind of slowly rotate around. And yeah, we're just gonna kind of start out with this for a bit, try to get you, warmed up a bit. Try to change your direction.
Now that I know that you don't just like hold it, you have to be like on off everything. Definitely a lot easier than the first time I was doing it. The first time I'd end up like get around it like once and then be like super far away from it and then try and come back in and overshoot it.
Right.
Like right there, I just did.
Another thing to try to practice too is just, try your distance management. See if you can kind of come out, stay at the, keep your orbit, and then try to come back in. Try to close your distance. Usually it involves strafing, you want to strafe towards it.
Yeah.
It's strafe towards it if you want to go in, or strafe away from your target if you're going out.
So is there if you're doing this and you're going super fast, do you keep a steady amount of high G? Is that
if you do it super fast, yes. Yeah, honestly, orbiting you can't really do orbiting too fast. You will notice faster speed means a larger orbit. So you'll notice if you go very far out, you can actually get up your speed and keep your orbit.
Okay.
But then if you go in really close, you'll notice that you go a lot slower. Because you can't turn as much, or you can't pitch.
See if I can get it going faster.
So if I'm going really close, I can only go about 100. If I break out, I can go about 200, 220.
Yeah, what are they all playing? New World, are they?
Yeah. A bunch of them are getting in a New World. I guess they had a big recent patch or something.
Yeah.
I never played, so I just...
Yeah, I played when they were, what's it called? They first, when it was in beta, I think.
Based or whatever. Yeah.
And then I left some info, things you should fix this. And then he didn't fix anything. I was like, yeah, I'm good.
Go figure.
And then of course, now I play Star Citizen. They don't fix nothing. Oh, goddamn.
I forget to change up your directions a bit.
Yeah. Whoa. That's cool. I got it like
Almost locked it in.
yeah, where I was just like pushing one button, I was holding it, and he was spinning around it.
Yep.
That's cool as fuck.
Occasionally you can get it done like that.
Oh, right there! It was fucking sick. All right. Oh, I hear the woman. She's probably angry. I'll be back in a minute. I gotta get her
Yep,
out.
take your time.
Any like fundamental stuff you want to explain to people listening? Be my guest. They're yours to explain to whatever you want.
Sure thing. Today I'm going to pretty much be teaching him a little bit about some flight mechanics for combat. Not exactly taking him into combat yet, but we're going to try to do some orbiting drills. Hopefully we'll get him to get dizzy after a while.
Weapon system destroyed.
I'm actually going to bring up something real quick. Here we go. Combat in this game tends to be a lot more about learning how to fly rather than just point and clicking. So a lot of times for training people, we just try to get the flight mechanics down first. Because you have to learn how to outfly your opponent rather than just outshoot them.
Shields hit.
Alright, I am back. Sorry about that.
Welcome back.
She grocery shopping. I we're hand with that.
Yeah.
Alright.
No worries.
Back to my post.
Yeah, I'll do a couple more minutes, just some orbiting,
yeah.
and then I'm gonna have you do some real orbiting.
That's good.
What have you guys been up to over there at STAARS?
Oh yeah, I was out. Randomly, I've been doing stuff on microtech the last couple days. Yeah, like rock mining on microtech, exploring caves and whatnot. The planet looks so nice. It's such a nice planet. The atmosphere is ridiculous there.
Yeah, I saw that there's gonna be a lot more outposts that they're gonna be having for 318.
Yeah, it's gonna be sick. They need more stuff
like
to
10
explore.
reclaimers on microtech.
Yeah, that's gonna be amazing. They need more, like on everywhere, they need more stuff to explore. And, we were talking about this, I was talking about this too, is I want to get your guys' idea on this as like people who just do fighting stuff. Radar systems should be like a ship part, just like quantum drives or whatever like else, like or shields and all that stuff. And they should have different tier ones and different like quality ones, and it should just be like more stuff to spend money on, but just like more customizable for ships. And there should be like a couple different tiers. There should be like an exploration radar that picks up like, I don't know, stuff on the ground like reclaim or wrecks and stuff like that from like kind of farther away, so you can actually do exploring. And like picks up like caves and things like that. But there should also be one for like ships. That's more like a combat radar. And then there should be more like mining tuned radars. And some of the different versions would be like, you could get one that's like more dialed in for small objects, and it like, or one that's more dialed in for like bigger objects, so that like, for mining reasons, it would be like if one picks up the bigger rocks, one picks up the smaller rocks, and almost like have some that are just like the basic one you would get in your ship would be like an all round one. So
Yeah, like an all.
Yeah, but then there should almost be like tabs where you can filter things. So you can filter out, like, let's say you're just looking for ships, you can filter out rocks, so it doesn't like cloud up your HUD. You know what I mean?
Yeah, I definitely agree with that. Like, I'm sure they've got something in the works of it, because I know that they do actually list some components on like the RSI website that are different than like what's actually in the game so far. And I know radar is one of them.
Yeah.
Like, radar is one of the components that's supposed to be, like, kind of different. Like, there's different sizes.
Yeah.
I think, like, for example, I think the Terrapin, like, has a higher, like, tier radar for its size.
Yeah.
Like, for its size ship. That's why it's, like, a scanning ship.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, I think, they probably just don't implement it. Now, that probably, like, you know when you're looking through on the website, it says, like, thrusters and stuff, too. That probably means that they'll like eventually have where you can customize almost like everything on the ship.
Maybe, yeah, hopefully. I mean, like, essentially, like, have you seen the Gladius before? You just like open up all of the doors on it, like you see all the the components open up and the doors. That you can, like, eventually, it's gonna probably be for every ship.
Another thing is
every ship is gonna have all of that.
You know how you guys are always going on about like the accels in different directions. If they have it where you can customize the thrusters, you should be able to like fine-tune your accels in different directions by like being able to sub out certain thrusters, so that you might be able to make a Gladius that beats an arrow and like whatever the arrow beats it at right now. Well, you could make your Gladius do that, but maybe you'll lose a little bit more on like forward thrust or something.
Right, exactly. You can kind of do like. So some of it you could kind of do, like not exactly that tuning, but you can shut off thrusters in your power panel. But doing so is very, very messy, and especially if you fly coupled, because it will mess up the computer, like the IFFCS or whatever that uses coupled mode, and you'll just start spinning in a direction.
Yeah, see, I remember like if one of your thrusters goes out on the right, shut the same one off on your left, and it'll like balance out.
Yeah, exactly. It'll balance it out usually. Yeah. Sometimes I've done it where like I shut off my mains though or something, like, and I try to do it I think on the Prospector, because like the Prospector, you go forward a bit, you go forward hard, like you're trying to mine something, like you accidentally get forward. I'm trying to like turn down the power so I could actually creep in on the rocks instead of just like smash into them. But it just threw my ship into like a spiral for some reason. So adjusting the power stuff is not really there yet either, but it will be eventually.
Now, one thing I have to say, I think just like talking here and let my brain kind of take over, like so I was like focusing on something else. I think it definitely helps on like
your muscle memory starts to kick in, right? Because like you're not focusing on what you're doing, you're just seeing what you're doing.
It's like I'm booming around this thing at like 150.
Right.
Yeah, I shot out a little
and then
bit
you're just kind of
and then I started like going up and then down, like to the top ring and then the bottom ring. Now that I started like talking about it, focusing on it, I'm fucking doing terrible.
That's what happens. This happens in racing too. Like we do laps and then we don't focus on it, and then it's like, oh that was a personal record.
Yeah. One. Oh yeah, the last couple days too, I was playing other random games with the girlfriend because she wanted to play this like one battle royale that got released. So I haven't even been on that much Starsis in the last bit.
Yeah, I saw that, and that's the isn't that the docks? Isn't that the? I don't remember which one. Super people.
Yeah, yeah.
I've seen you playing it a couple times.
Yeah, I shoot like that one, and then I was like, I kind of hate this. I'm terrible at those games in general, but that one I was like really bad at.
Yeah.
And then I was like, you know, let's play PUBG if we're gonna play one of these. I played that the other day, and holy shit! Like, I don't know if I'm just used to Star Citizen. How like don't sleep on the Star Citizen graphics, because I went back to like play PUBG and I was like, oh, this looks old. You know what I mean?
I know. Yeah. Star Citizen graphics like are absolutely like it shocked me how well things just seem together and just look so pretty and so beautiful and high detail.
Like I think,
and you still get to have all of this at like 60 FPS.
Yeah, I think if they, like, I know they have other things to worry about before this, but I think whenever they get the desync fixed, if they can get rid of the desync and then work on like Star Marine type modes or like that Theater of War mode, maybe even like some sort of VR in this, like, talk about good, because I find the gunplay in this feels really good. It's just the desync is horrible.
Yeah, desync, and for first-person shooters, like, because I come from first-person shooting, I've tried Star Marine a couple times, and it's not bad, but it's interesting. Yeah, the desync is really bad.
Yeah, I never tried Star Marine, but I just mean like, even just like playing in game.
In general.
It's like the guns feel good.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? The guns look good. Like the combat in it like feels right. You know what I mean? It's just you see other people just like rubber banding in front of you. It's terrible. I assume some of that'll probably come with like their server meshing and their DirectX 12 rendering stuff, and
yeah, because I believe that's coming soon.
I assume all that stuff probably just builds on top of each other to make things run better.
I fucking dumbfired this guy. It's the problem playing in free flight. You get these people that want to just pick fights out of nowhere.
Oh, they're probably a lot like me. If I randomly came into Arena Commander and didn't have any idea of like what it was about, I would just be like, there's a guy, shoot missiles.
Yeah. I mean, don't get me wrong, I mean, it's kind of just, it's not really ever talked about either, so unless you know the etiquette for like people that want to duel each other. But a lot of these people that have been in free flight lately, they're in non-usual combat ships, so like this guy's in a Avenger Titan. Like that's people don't usually do this.
Yeah.
Like,
That's probably like his only ship.
Or, like, yeah, like he's probably just checking around. He's just taking pot shots. I only have one gun on the Sentinel just because it's for my training exercise. So. Alright, I'm gonna have you follow me, and we're gonna go way the fuck away so people won't bug us. But I'm gonna head off in. Try to go behind one of these fucking rocks, I think. But
Trying to find you here.
I'll see if you can follow.
There you are. Found you.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah, I'm just gonna go all the way around this big rock on this other side because I don't want people to get away from us.
What's the range on guns in this mode?
Same as in regular.
Okay. I just seen your pip show.
So
up
whatever
when I
your
was
guns
4K
are.
away.
Oh, I'm in a Sentinel, so that's why I've got a really high signature.
But I mean, like your like the box, like the shoot pip. Weird.
Oh, gotcha. We were probably going at high speeds. At high speed, the pip like detection thing is really troubling because it's trying to do all the math correctly. If you're traveling at 1,000 meters a second, I'm traveling at 1,000 meters a second. Your laser is going to go another 1,500 meters a second on top of that. Yeah. Like it goes faster, like with your ship speed. So, all right. So I'm going to teach you first what we're going to do for this exercise. You have the easy job where all you're going to do is you're going to stay perfectly still. You're going to use your mouse and you can try to use roll. I know roll on keyboard is a little awkward because it's like full or not full, but I am just going to hover. I'm going to try to orbit you.
Okay, yeah.
And you're going to target me.
Okay.
And you're going to you're pretty much, this is going to be like an aim challenge, right? So you're going to try to keep your target, like you're going to be on pip to me as much as you can. You're just going to try to stay on pip, stay on target, and I'm just going to try to orbit around.
Okay.
And we're just going to do this for a few minutes. Of course, the game's doing their desync stuff, but now you can see that I have a bit of a disadvantage because I'm in a
Sentinel. Yeah.
Sentinel, of course. But you never know.
Oh, you're doing good.
You'll notice that I can, people can do some moves when you're close up. Right?
I don't think I have my thing in the center of the pip to hold out there for a second. Like most of the time, like on your ship, you know, it would just miss.
Right. I keep forgetting that this hoplight's pretty fucking big, so pip is kind of not. It's usually on the ship no matter what, because it's big. But
second, just read chat. Yeah, Squirrel Lord. This good training stuff. Good luck. Get a lot of training. Yeah, Squirrel Lord. Yeah, it's if you ever want to join in, just either. I'm sure you can find them through the website, or you can hit me up on Discord, and I'll get you an invite. Now here's a question too, like, what do you run your like DPI on? Oh wait, you're not using a mouse, never mind.
yeah, I don't use a mouse, but that's a good question though for people that do use mouse keyboard. I don't know the answer, of course, but I would imagine for the VJoy, probably relatively small because you have your control and virtual joystick, right? It depends on how much you pull away from that. I have seen some people try to, like, you know how far down you can pull that line or whatever, like that V, like the virtual stick or whatever. I've seen some people where they try to reduce the size of that square. So like instead of it going all the way up to the top of your HUD, it goes like, you know, only halfway up, and that's your maximum. Like, I don't think it really changes much for like how much you, like it doesn't shorten anything. So you still have the full control. It's just you shorten the distance your mouse has to travel.
Yeah.
So.
Out of position, returning to simulation. It says 30 seconds, and it's gonna move.
Once over here.
Oh.
Yeah,
Okay,
we'll just pull back towards you, towards this thing. So.
But yeah, the girlfriend always laughs at how high mine is. Mine's like, I want to say it's like 1,500 to like 2,000 or some shit. And she's like,
oh yeah, you keep it really high.
She's like, how do you play like that? I play it like 400 or 500 or some shit, like 800 maybe or some shit. I forget exactly what she does, but she always says mine's like absurd.
Right.
Alright, I need to move a little. Actually, it says I'm gonna get a little closer into this rock.
Yeah, let's get a little closer to the shark.
Yeah, I don't know if it's like having it that high is like good, or if it's like bad.
I guess it just comes down to controls and how your muscle management, you know, your muscle memory would happen. Mouse control is still really precise with the VJoy. Like, you get used to it real quick and how much like to pull one way or the other. And with it being really high, I can see it being a benefit because you can just swap your directions, you know, real quick.
Yeah. Yeah, and like use like, usually I don't have to move anywhere on the mouse pad. You know what I mean? Like my like wrist locked. It's like
right.
I can go completely.
Yeah,
down.
you move like, you know, yeah, you don't have to move much. It's mostly on the wrist probably, rather than your arm. Yeah, it's just gonna try to keep you used to
No, I can already.
Staying on target.
Can
Because
already tell.
people try to. They're gonna try to pull your nose, and that's what a lot of people do. So like, a lot of times in battle, you don't really watch the pip. You try not to watch the pip because it's called pip chasing, and it kind of gets you in a mindset where you're trying to chase where to shoot, not where they're flying or where they're turning. So a lot of times you look at the nose of the enemy ship, and you can see which way it's going to be going, rather than where the pip is going, because the pip will follow it.
Now, making this harder,
So-
should I put like a lag pip on, so that I'm not staring at the pip? I actually have to just like follow you.
No, you would want to keep it on lead pip for the most part, because ultimately you're trying to still be on target, but like to stay on, like it's kind of a mixed thing. Like you watch the nose, and you watch the shit like the pit as well.
Yeah.
And it'll be more exaggerated when we do this with light fighters in
Yeah.
both of us, because I'll be able to go a lot closer. You know, you'll be able to see this. A lot
I kind of
quicker.
think it's probably a good idea for you to start with this, because I think you probably like work way up type thing.
Right,
It's easier to
exactly.
Stay on this thing.
So for right now, I think we're gonna switch, and we're gonna do the same thing. So I'm gonna stay
Okay.
still, and I'm gonna try to stay on target
Alright.
for you. And then you're gonna do your best job to just orbit around and make it so that I don't look at you. And it's gonna be a little easy, but you'll notice that I will be able to catch up eventually. And I'm staying perfectly still, so you have full control. I am in just an orbital sentry right now. Every once in a while for this training, when you're the orbiter, if I'm like teaching people, after a few minutes, if I get on target to you, I'm just gonna fire like a single shot, and it's just to kind of signify to you that, hey, I'm looking at you. You know, I have you in my sights. For big ships like a Sentinel, it's actually not a bad thing if you just like cross the nose back again, because it takes me longer to turn. It takes me longer to change my, see, like you just did that. That was perfect. It takes me so much longer to turn back, even though you go in front
funny.
of me.
It's like oh, but jeez, I was just going too fast. That's what happened. See, I like lost you completely when I did that.
Yeah, it takes a little bit to like kind of know where it's gonna end up when you're trying to come around it. That's where people like the track IR and stuff, they get a little bit of a benefit because they can actually look around instead of focusing on that little tiny blue arrow in the corner of your screen. Yeah, see, that was really good. That was really good. I was just about to catch up to you, and then you broke off. You got into a different angle, like a different vector. So you're a lot better at this than I thought.
Well, yeah, I like.
This is the first.
I do play. Like, I do play a lot. You know what I mean? Even though
You
I'm
do
not
play a
good
lot,
at
which is good, and like you understand a lot more about flying than like, most people do. Like when they try to do training.
Yeah. Yeah. Well, like I'd say a lot of people, they probably try and do this. Like they just start playing Star Citizen and they want to be really good immediately. Where I played probably thousands of hours of being like, a subpar pilot. So like I've flown ships a lot, but I could be better.
I definitely agree with the fact that like flying the light fighters first, like knowing how they fly, just teaches you like up the chain. I mean, there's more things to learn with the bigger ships, of course, but if you know how to fly the small ones, you know how to fly the big ones just at a slower speed, right?
Yeah.
See, that was a really good cross. See, I was trying to catch up to you, but you just went right in front of me, so now it takes me a lot longer to come back around. Eventually, what you do is you work up to this exercise until it's just 2 light fighters.
Yeah.
So, because I have a lot less pitch and yaw than you do.
Oh shit, I lost you.
Yeah, I'm losing you. I haven't even seen you in a bit. Let's see, but I can do this too. I can just probably come back around. Alright, so because you're so good at this already, I'm gonna probably we're gonna turn it up a notch here. Just to show you how difficult this can be. Let me just check something real quick here. Alright, there we go. So, same exercise, same idea. I'm gonna actually go a little bit this direction. Let's go a little bit this direction. Essentially, to make this the hardest, to make this the most difficult for you, and to get you more practice too, is I'm going to do the same thing, but I'm just going to hold backwards, and that's all I'm going to do. I'm holding backwards. So I'm moving, but I have it locked to 100 meters a second, so I can't move backwards too fast. I'm probably about to hit this rock anyways, but you might notice how it's a little bit harder to kind of stay exactly where you want it. Maybe not like too hard, but
at first there I was finding it was easier, but now I'm like kind of lost my like lead almost, and I'm trying to like catch up. I lost it there.
Right, and it doesn't help because I'm always moving backwards. So, but I'm still trying to aim at you, so I'm always trying to move away from you.
It's fucking great there. The other thing too is like doing this like this is one thing, but like heat of the moment, like when it like feels like it matters in like the PU, and you don't want to be embarrassed. It's like another thing.
Exactly. That's why you like it's always good to practice this, right? And then once you kind of get the you know what you're doing, right? You get it down in your head, muscle memory, and then when you get into combat, you can focus on some other things. No, you're doing really good, actually. I might speed it up just a little bit, bring up the speed limiter.
Ah! Threw myself right in front of you there.
So, like, this kind of exercise right here just alone teaches you if you find a sentinel out there in PU doesn't have they don't have a gunner. See how much advantage you have?
Oh yeah, so I should also be trying to stick to your belly. That's a good thought.
Exactly. That's another good thing, because like especially if you run into a say you run into a hurricane, what's the first thing you're gonna do? You can stay underneath it. All you gotta do is stay underneath it.
That's interesting. Yeah, that put a whole nother dynamic on this. It's like trying to stand your belly. I find it's like so much harder now too.
Trying to position yourself. Right, exactly. It is right because I'm trying to fight you too, right? So, and like I can always try to roll. Like I can always try to roll to get my gunner on the top.
And the other thing too is like where I just was a second ago, like I came to a stop right in front of you, and it would have been like shredded.
Yeah. Right. Exactly.
Yeah.
Whoop. Touching a little bit.
It's a lot harder.
And you can see, like, this is slow speeds, right? So, you know, when you get into some dogfights now, again, this is going to be changing, of course, in the master modes and stuff, but still.
Yeah, same premise. They're still going to fly.
Same premise, right? You're still more maneuverable than me at low speeds.
Oh, yeah, it's so hard to get under.
And you notice your speed's like not going too fast either, right? Because you're still you're trying to maneuver.
Capped at SCM speed. I'm not even hitting my limiter.
Right, exactly.
Your stomach. Yeah, you got away from me there. Really good.
Shields.
Yeah. So like now I got you there, but You're coming back in.
Yeah,
Same thing
whenever
with like
we
big
did
ships,
that,
Connie's.
Like, completely lost. I like lost you up at the top. Like you're saying, like it's
Yeah.
like fly straight into them somewhat. Like
Yeah, you do like a pass on
Yeah.
those, right?
75%.
And the demonstration of this with me going backwards is not to say go backwards,
Yeah.
right? It's just it's giving you the idea of it is just it's giving you the hardest time to stay on target, and it just gives you the most practice.
yeah, for sure.
Because it's essentially it's a target that's always moving away from you, so you're trying to always stick with them. You're always trying to merge. Merge is the term that we usually use. You'll hear us like, okay, I'm merging on Deadsea, right? So it's like I'm getting to you, and then I'm just going to orbit you. No matter what speed you go, I'm going to try to match it.
I'm using so much my boost too. Like whenever I run out of boost, I get fucked.
Yeah, exactly.
And I'm only like tapping it, but it's just since I'm constantly tapping it, I like run out. So like boost management, I can see is
Check fire.
oh,
A little bit of a
bumper car. You need to save the boost for like those situations where you get out of position, pretty much.
Yeah, usually it's like if you get out of position, or a lot of times sometimes I'll try to save boost if I'm getting shot at, right? Like if I see someone get on target to me and if they start shooting at me, I'm boosting. Like I'll boost up and away, right? You know, just to try to throw it off so that the shots that they're shooting at don't hit me. The last thing you want is to be in a low energy state,
fuck.
which is where
My
you
bad.
have no boost. Oh,
That
shit.
was my bad. Now the idea of like trying to stay under your stomach, fucking almost impossible there. There's not like one situation where I think I got under it for any amount of more than like a second.
Right.
Enfield Aerospace. All systems online.
Just gonna reset the
They
top
need
plate
to
here.
add a ping in this, so that you can almost like ping something that everyone in your like group sees. So I could be like, I could have just like dropped a ping on that rock, so like it's like go behind this rock.
Oh,
I
yeah,
think
yeah.
that'd be super useful, like a location ping, where it's just like
Yeah, like a group
yeah,
ping
where
or
if
something,
you could just
yeah.
like set it to like click middle mouse button or something, and it just like sets a ping there. I know that's like switch rockets or whatever, but like something simple like that, where it just like
Right.
puts a marker on it so that you can kind of all see like this is where we're going somewhere. So you don't have to describe or something. Especially imagine Jump Town if you could drop like pings and be like, no, I seen the shot come from here. Just like drop a ping.
Yeah, yeah, that'd be really cool, actually.
I don't know. Do you see where I'm at?
Oh, we got a couple of... I'm seeing a lot of people that are in this lobby, though.
I'm behind.
I don't see you
big
yet,
rock.
but-
I'll move.
It's okay. I'll find you somewhere.
I can't wait for Pyro because I feel it's gonna be a lot of this type of like gas cloud, super chunky rocks.
Oh, yeah, definitely.
They're so fun.
Yeah, I went in the right direction. Alright, we'll go ahead and just do the same thing. I'm gonna do a little bit more backwards. So I'm just gonna be a little bit faster. So it'll be a little bit harder for you.
It's good.
Oh, I forgot the hoplite doesn't even go that fast. So yeah, I'm just gonna stay at SCM speed. Which is only like 150, but
I'm
still.
curious, if I reduce my speed even more, no, that makes me unable to fly forward.
Yeah, so I bet now you're probably gonna start to feel it, where getting close to me
Yeah.
it looks a little harder.
Yeah. I almost need to like put more speed in than above
Yeah.
SCM speed.
Which
Okay, yeah.
your SDM speed should be pretty high, but
It's like
I
200.
think that.
Oh, fuck.
Oh, okay, yeah, because I'm at. Oh. Popped into each other again. That's alright. Happens.
But like right there, like I think you were whatever you were doing in reverse was like close to whatever I was doing forward. So it felt like both of us just weren't moving.
Exactly. I'm doing exactly the opposite of you. Like, I'm kind of doing the exact opposite. I'm looking at you and just holding back. That's all I'm doing. I'm holding backwards, and that's it. I'm not using left, not using right.
Okay, I
Just
see it.
look at you backwards. But yeah, you can see, like, because that's what a lot of people are doing right now. And it's honestly, it's disgusting because it doesn't match the flight model, but it'll be changing in the future. Good cross, good cross. Yep, so you're sticking nice and close.
Ah, I lost it. Fucking fuck. I did it again. Jesus.
It happens. It's a little harder because I know you're using the SEM speed limiter, so. But, you know, it's still a thing. I'm actually going to go ahead and back up the menu. I'm going to switch out of the
Yeah,
hot
right.
plate. Actually, you can stay in, and I'm just going to change my ship. Unless you've already backed out. Doesn't matter. What do I even have on this thing? Oh, okay. I don't really care. Hello, Gabe? What are you doing?
Oh shit.
I don't know what I did, but it launched me back in the game.
Did you pop back in yet? Oh shit, I muted myself. Did you pop back in yet?
Yeah, I was trying to. Hold on. Your server got full. I saw the fight that you had. It was pretty good.
Ah, yeah. So when it comes to like fighting like that, like shields went down pretty much like like first or second pass, but then I was kind of like switching between shields and fucking like boost or whatever the hell. Like how much do you put focus on like getting your shields back up, like between like actually fighting? Or do you just,
so
like, commit? Or at a certain point, do you just commit?
Usually you just try to commit to it. It depends on the fight though, because there might be a situation where you, whoops, I didn't mean that. You might get yourself into a situation where you know that you can get your shields back. Now, do you know how the shield recharge mechanics work?
Yeah, it's like if you go all into shields, like it takes a couple seconds of like no damage for your shields to like start recharging.
Yeah, it's exactly 5 seconds on every shield. Doesn't matter what kind you have, doesn't matter what size you have. It's always 5 seconds of damage. So the 5 seconds, the second you have no damage for 5 seconds, your little shield thing, especially in the arrow, it automatically has the shield MFD on the bottom right there. You'll see it go like from 0 to tick to 1. That's when you put in the power to shields. Any power to shields before that doesn't matter at all. It doesn't matter.
Okay, so you can stay.
It doesn't make a difference.
Boost until it actually starts charging your shields. Interesting.
Yeah, exactly. So 90% of the time, it's just power to weapons, power to boost, power to weapons, power to boost, power to weapons. Get a full recharge, right? Get that extra cap, get that extra 5 shots or whatever. Second, I pull the trigger, because the second you pull the trigger, you can switch away the power, and you'll still have that full cap. Like, you'll still have those extra shots. So you pull the trigger, and then I go right to boost. And then as I'm firing on my target, my power is gaining my boost back.
Also, the way this arrow is set up, it has like 2 neutron cannons on the top.
Yeah, that's not ideal, but it doesn't matter for fighting, honestly. Yeah, I want to say for most fights, it depends on how the enemy's playing. There's a lot of people that, like some of the new people that are out there, like they have that, shield mentality where they get into a dogfight, their shields go down completely, and they say, "Oh shit, I gotta get out. I gotta get my shields back," right? Like, so they just completely boost as fast as they can in a direction, just so they get their shields back.
Yeah.
It's not really bad, like, I guess it depends, right? Because so if you're in the PU, death, you don't want death, so that's a good thing, right? Because like PU, if you got to run, you run, right? Because you're trying not to die. Arena Commander is all about training, just getting in the exercises. So dying kind of just comes with it because you're just getting the most time exercising. PU, you could spend an hour and a half doing nothing. Suddenly a guy comes and fights you, and then you die. And then you spend another hour just doing something else, right? So Arena Commander is just down to get the maximum time of practice. Most fights that I get into, though, no, I don't usually get shields back. It's usually you just try to commit and try to outdamage them, or you try to outfly them.
And then, like, if you can outfly them, I imagine you just have your shields up anyway because they're not hitting you.
Right. If I can outfly them and I get my internal timer just kind of keeps track of like when's the last time I got shot, and if I can try to throw their nose out, I'll usually try to throw their nose, cross them, and then I know that I have enough time because he has to try to retract me. He won't be able to shoot me and stop my shield recharge, but I'll be able to stop his.
Yeah. And then you'll get him on the run, if anything. And then you just, like, you're golden for shields then.
Right. Exactly, because I'm sitting here with maybe half shields by the time he catches up to me. And then, you know, he's got no shields, and he's taking hull damage.
And or if, like, he, like, let's say he's focused on getting his shields up. You outfly them, empty his shields off again, then he's, like, back into running mode. And then if you get the shields, like, every time he gets his shields, like, charging again, you just empty them off. He's just kind of in a losing scenario.
Right. Exactly. I'm trying to join on you, but it's not seeming to work, so
There's a few people in here.
I might just have you back out. And we'll just join up again and start another one.
Sounds good.
I believe I tossed you an invite.
Yep, got it. I think it might have been old. I think you might have sent me another.
Alrighty.
There you go.
Send you
Got
one
it.
more. There we go.
Make sure I have the right ship on the go.
Oh shit. I should have
Okay.
saved it if you've already selected it before. It doesn't reset every time you go in there. Arena Commander, it just saves the last one.
Yeah, perfect.
Airospace. All systems online.
I see why you have the sometimes you just need more speed than it's giving you.
Yeah, the whole flying decoupled, no speed limiter. It's going to change, of course, but still having the ability to go fast in a pinch. That's kind of the problem right now because people are able to egress. They're able to get out of the fight really quickly. You know, like I'm sure you've gone over those fights in Jumptown where suddenly someone's trying to fight someone and they're like 60 clicks out of, you know, Jumptown, right? And it's like, well, you guys are too far away. So we'll do the same thing here. I'm going to stay perfectly still, and you'll notice that because I'm in a Gladius, I have a little bit more maneuvering speed power.
Yep.
So I can stay perfectly tracked with you.
Nice.
Distance management comes a lot more. It becomes key when you get into light fighters, like orbiting and light fighters. Because there's a point where if you get close enough to me, you'll be able to outmaneuver no matter what I do. Like you will be able to outpitch, and you'll be able to fly around me in a circle that's faster than my pitch yaw. See, like right there. You see that? See how I'm catching up to you? You'll see how my nose is kind of coming towards you. It's always sometimes it's a good thing to, like, you know, suddenly boost the opposite direction, right? Try to throw them off, right? Because they're gonna keep going that direction, right? Try to pull like a 1-2.
Yeah. Just empty my boost here.
Yeah, it's always hard to get a little used to sticking with people. We'll do this a couple more minutes, and then we'll give you a break. You'll have, you know, you'll be able to just try to follow me.
Yeah.
Good pass. That's
Oh,
nice
shit.
and close.
Gotta have key binding to open all doors. It's on my face. I can't blame myself.
Hey, you get better
does
vision
that-
now, right?
Oh, if I... Is that a thing? Like, if I
No,
What?
you still have full atmosphere.
No,
in
I was
your
just
ship.
gonna say, like, if my shields are down and I accidentally open my cockpit, can you shoot me in the face?
I
Really?
think so,
That's so
yes.
crazy. You can actually just like kill pilot.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure you could.
I kind of want to try it.
I mean, that's how people get the F8s too. You know,
Yeah.
like that's how they steal the addresses. They find they kind of find shield holes and like call holes,
Oh, shit.
and they just shoot through it.
Shields hit.
This is much better.
Yeah, see, it's a lot difficult than the Vanguard.
It's the point of I just like fucking completely lose it.
Here you go. Stand nice and close.
I think it's a little bit of like less is
Good
more.
ask, guys. It is definitely a big thing with trying to follow people. You're more maneuverable at slower speeds anyways. I mean, lower SCM speeds, right?
Yeah, like at this point, I feel like I should even cut my SCM lock down just so I don't get too carried away.
Yeah, and that speed control is probably I'm sure it's not easy to get accomplished with tapping, you know, with the keyboard. Trying to get in the right position.
Yeah, like as soon as I do that, whenever I go over the top like that, completely lose it. You know what I mean?
So, yeah, right, because you're doing a pass, you're doing like a blow-by.
Like, what's the best way? Like, is like kind of holding reverse as soon as you go over the top, like, so that it's.
It depends. Some people do that. Some people hold reverse to try to fake them out. Because essentially, if I see you trying to blow by, I'm gonna pre-nose. Like I'm gonna try to turn around immediately
Yeah.
to try to catch you first. And you can do
way
the same
better.
too. So like if you know you're gonna
As soon
do
as
a
I cut
pass,
speed even more, it made this a lot fucking better.
yeah. See,
No, I lost it there. Oh, I think I was looking at another player.
kind of. I know it's a little tricky with the third flight. We're still kind of close to people. But yeah, so like if you know you're gonna pass someone, like I've seen it before where I've seen a guy, he passes me, like he gets the momentum to pass over me, right? And then he's decoupled, so he doesn't have to, he can just let go of his thrust and turn around and still go the same direction, right?
Yeah.
So by the time he even passes over me, he's halfway turned around. So when he goes all the way, he can just look right at me again. And that's kind of there's a way a lot of aero pilots fly where they kind of do this triangle motion, and they fly in a direction, decoupled. They fly in a vector, and then they'll shoot at you while they're flying in that vector. So it's like a skidded pass. They call it it's like a skidded pass or something like that. So it's essentially like you're drifting, you're going in this direction, and you're just doing like a drive-by.
Yeah.
You're shooting at me. And then you pick another vector, and then you do the same thing. You go in a direction, and then you do a pass at me. Like you fly by me. And you do this in like a triangle formation around the ship, and it just keeps them always trying to look at you. Like they're always chasing. And then you still have the ability to take shots off.
Yeah. Way right in front of you.
Yeah, so that was a really good turn. That was a good pass. That was a good little throw of the nose. You saw that I was following you, and then you just broke off the other
I
direction.
found this like whole time I've been like right in front of you now. To the point of where like I don't think I could shoot you, but it seems like you could just hammer me. It's like I'm barely on tip.
Right here, yep, right here. Right there, I'm there.
Oh, my violence, yeah. Alright, lost you completely.
True. The other thing that we're going to keep in mind too is like, I'm doing this while I'm still, but if I'm moving, my pip won't be on my ship. So as long as you aim, you know, the pip will be a little bit exaggerated, right?
Okay, yeah. You're saying.
So, as you know, if you are able to look at the ship, that's even better, because then you have full control. So.
Oh shit.
All right, we can take a break if you want.
Give me a
can,
minute here.
Yeah, if you want to keep going, we go for it.
Guys,
It's all good practice.
I have those solar winds paints too. I need to get Gladius so I can use that paint. Looks sick.
You're getting better at it. I know it's
There
hard.
we go.
On me.
Fucking right there.
Yeah, I see you did that little Passover.
Oh fuck.
Whoa.
Alright, yeah, now we should. Yeah, now we'll do whatever you're doing. Whatever the next thing is. But I feel like I was slightly getting it there at the end. But
You were definitely getting. That's really good. And that comes down to the whole thing where like Frankie would drill it into me, just orbit everything. Just whatever you're doing, just orbit it. So like a lot of times when we were doing jump down with you guys, like Frankie and I would just be orbiting each other. Like we're just sitting there, just going around and around and around and around, trying to get that muscle memory into your head. Frankie'd be orbiting like a con, you know, like the C2 that's with us and stuff. Just go around it. So, alright, so you're gonna stay still, and I'm gonna try to go around you, and you'll just do the best that you can to track me. And I'm gonna start off slow, and I'll throw some moves at you, but we'll just see how you do. I'll let you track, and then I'm gonna kick it up a notch.
oh my bad. Back to 0. I just immediately at one point just instantly wanted to hold reverse.
You can if you want.
I'll try and stay just still here because I can't see it all.
Yeah, it's because I'm going around you.
Yeah, I have not seen you yet. It's funny.
Yeah.
Oh, there.
See, but I can go in front of you. See, throw you off, kind of give you a little bit of a.
There you
But
go.
you'll notice that again, if I pull out a bit, you notice that it's a lot harder for me.
Yeah. Now that whole time, were you like just like staring at my ship while you're doing that? Like the last like minute?
Yep. I was just staring right at the back of your ship. So you definitely see why like being close is a little bit better. You get more
Well, I can
maneuverability.
tell when I was doing it, as soon as I was like in like almost touching your ship, it was like a lot.
Yes. It's really close when you're thinking about it, and especially if you're trying to like imagine we're moving at 200, 300 meters a second in a vector. It gets a little difficult, right?
That was a move I just did there like once or twice. It was like just stopped moving and let you like kind of fly ahead of me.
Into it. Yeah, fly into it.
Which is like, is that kind of fucking cheating on what we're doing here? But like when I can't see you at all, like instead of like continuing with you and letting you just like out maneuver me, just like I would stop and then have you like right button.
Let me pull up your stream real quick because I wanted to actually see this. I was gonna give you another tip. Do you know about the 45s?
Like going like this is faster than this?
Yes. I know it's hard. It's going to be harder a little bit because I know roll is not as precise on mouse keyboard, but yeah. So if you keep me in a corner and you always use that 45 degree, you'll notice you'll catch up to me a lot quicker because you're using both pitch and yaw.
Yep.
So it's always a bit like people say, yeah, I always got him in my 45.
Yeah, it's definitely improved.
Now, of course, I can use the same thing. Right, so you see how much faster you're catching up to it? Like you're catching up to
I actually have a chance
my ship.
before it's not a chance.
Right. So up, down, it comes down to a roll thing, and then try to match that with your Deadsea, and then see what's going to happen is people will do that, and then they're going to take advantage of it, and they'll try to keep you always trying to roll.
Yeah.
So because they know that they want you in the 45, and you want them in the 45, but they're going to try to stay out of it, right? So they'll put you in a roll, so it's harder because you're always rolling, trying to keep you in the 45.
Yeah. 1 second.
Yep.
All right. Yeah. I definitely don't have your Pippin. Now, a lot of it is like kind of trying to guess which way you're going to go.
Right. And that comes down to watching the news.
Yeah.
Usually. Because like you might
If I see you coming to a stop, I know you're shifting the other direction.
Right, and that's kind of a thing that I like to do a lot. It throws off some people. I'll just kind of suddenly go a different direction, boost, right? Try to change it as quick as I can. Upstrafe, remember upstrafe is your second best friend, right? So if you go in a direction and then just reverse it with upstrafe boost, you can throw people's noses off. Get them going and get them turning in a direction and then go the other as quick as you can. And so like I don't use boost a whole lot doing this.
Okay.
I only do it when I change my back gears. Nope. I have no boost right now. I'm not using it at all.
Interesting.
I'm only going about 60, 30.
Okay, so you're super
45.
slow. Yeah. That's where I noticed it as soon as I cut it, like, because at first I was doing like 100 or something. I was like, this is fucking impossible. As soon as I cut like half that speed, it was way better.
Yeah. I'm about 50 meters away from you, usually.
Yeah, I have not.
And I'm staying right in you, right at the top of you. Yeah, go third person if you can, real quick, just to take a peek. I know you can't really target me at the same time, but you can.
If let me like scroll out from the ship. So yeah, when I can't see you next time, I'll pop out.
Yeah. I should take a little bit of a recording for this for you as well. And I'll have my OBS open right now. But... Oh, I lost it. See, I saw you following me there, so I'll just double back. Kind of double back a couple times.
Yeah,
like right now I'm behind you.
Yeah, even in third person.
Yeah, it's a little tricky.
Oh, there I see you now. It's like no catching you though.
Right, see, so if I'm close enough to you, there's no catch. Sometimes, you can try to go the other way and then just catch off guard. Yep.
Yeah. Interesting. Now, I assume I'll kind of have to like relearn all this whenever I get sticks on the go as well.
Kind of, yeah. I mean, the muscle memory you'll have to remember, but the knowledge of what you're doing, you won't, right? Because like you'll know exactly what you're trying to do. It's like because when I tried to get that recording for mouse keyboard, doing that orbit for you, like I hadn't touched flying with keyboard and mouse in since I probably started playing, right? Yeah. But I knew how to orbit. Like I knew how the ship needed to look to orbit, so I just immediately got into it, controlled the speeds, tap, is my ship going this way? Is it going that way? Do I need to, you just kind of know which directions to go to correct
so it's
your
like-
ship movement.
I'm trying to think. The only way I catch you here is if I, like opposite, whatever like direction you're going, opposite
around.
corner of the screen and like turn the other way. Opposite
Yeah.
45.
There's a bit of a weird, it's kind of opposite. So there's a weird thing that I've been trying to like figure out and notice. I noticed it with Frankie when we were doing a little bit of this exercise. There's a weird thing with roll that you can do that like excels it tremendously. Like you can roll at the same time that you're doing something, and it turns you around. It does like a 180 immediately. And it's kind of weird. It's like it's not at a 45 degree, but it's like a different degree angle. And if you roll with it, you just catch up like immediately. to
Yeah, like
someone.
I think I just did. Like the whole first bit there, I was not
Yeah.
using roll, and then as soon as I used roll a little bit, it was a lot easier.
Yep. Roll makes it, it accentuates a little bit because you don't have to yaw. You're adding this extra bit of movement
Okay, yeah.
to
Went from
follow
not
a
seeing
ship.
you to like actually being able to see you.
Right.
Okay.
And you'll see that in a lot of bigger ships. Like that's why they roll a lot, because they're trying to keep either you in sight or they're trying to keep their gunners in sight. Try to keep their turrets on you.
A lot from that. I don't know if you're just not doing what you were just doing.
And I know. And yeah, like I said, I know roll on keyboard mouse is actually not the greatest because you can't control how fast you're rolling. You can just control when you roll. But yeah, if you plan to get sticks, whatever. We don't suggest. I'm not gonna tell you to do anything really. But,
eventually I plan on. I think I'm gonna get the eye tracker first. Like it's not even a money thing. I just not too worried about it because I don't do a lot of. It's not at the top of my priority list.
Combat and stuff.
Yeah. But
No,
I think I'm gonna get
that.
the eye tracker just because I think that, especially like in the hammerhead and shit, my fuck, like for like looking around the cockpit of that thing to see where the ships are, so that you can angle the gunners and stuff. I think it'd be a huge improvement. Just being able to like look around the cockpit, so that I could be like continue doing what I'm doing, but then just be like looking hard to the right to make sure that they're broadsiding. You know what I mean? And then I think I'm probably just gonna get, like 7 gladiators at some point whenever I fully commit to the sticks.
If not, I was gonna say if you do still plan to just use keyboard mouse for a while.
Yeah.
Try you could probably just see about getting like a cheap set of pedals or something.
Okay, yeah.
If it's
they
in
help
your
too
interest.
for just like the rolling. Is that what you use?
I think the rolling is the biggest thing for mouse keyboard, because taking that roll and actually having an access to it, because hitch and yaw you have access to, right? Hitch, yaw. The thrusts you kind of have to tap, but it's still more manageable. Rolling, it's just like when you tap roll, it's really jerky.
It's like
your full speed, full roll.
It like goes in
it's a little nauseating.
The least I can get is probably like 30 seconds. Like one quick click is like a 30 second. And if you hold it for any more than that,
I can
it's like
see
a
your
quarter.
ship. Yeah, exactly. And I can see that, like in your ship, you're just kind of jerking, like really slowly, like roll. Like it's really fast and jerky. But yeah, getting that to like a smoother like pedals or something would also
like
probably
flight pedals. Do they actually
help.
like? Let's say you had like a steering wheel as well. Can you use those pedals with that as well? Are they like the same type of pedals? Does that like technically work?
It depends on what kind you get, I think, but I'm not sure actually. I'm not sure that you could set it up that way, because there's actual flights. So there's like these flight pedals that actually have 2 axes on them, where you have like gas pedals almost, right? So you have 2 gas pedals, but then you can also twist them. Like in and out
Okay.
of each other, right? So they'd roll on an axis and twist, and you can push them in and out at the same time. A lot of people don't like those because it's hard to maneuver both axes, like axes. The VKB style pedals, they're just one axis, and like when you push down on the right pedal, the left pedal comes up.
Okay, yeah. So like it technically
And then vice
wouldn't
versa,
quite-
right? So it's kind of like
Well, I guess you could still probably use it
right.
as
So like
because like you're not pushing brake when
you
you're
can
pushing
still probably
gas.
use it,
So like
right? You could probably try to get around that, yeah.
I'm just trying to think if it's like.
But it's
dual
like a different
purpose.
style.
Like if you could use it like.
Yeah.
It'd be cool if like all I was thinking is like if you could have ground vehicles set up in this game too on your pedals as well for like draw forward reverse or like forward and like.
Oh yeah, definitely. Yeah, yeah. You could
Yeah,
do that
maybe
too.
Forward reverse. How would you do that? Because you drop the other
And
one.
it comes down to
Yeah.
control.
I don't know.
You could still have it. I'm not sure exactly how responsive it is because like if you push down on the right, it'll come up on the left, I think.
Yeah.
And then like I don't know how fast you could kind of transition between the two.
Yeah, I wonder if like. Oh, I wonder if you could have it where like. That probably wouldn't work. Well, maybe if you had it where, yeah, I don't know if that would work because I was gonna say if gas is down, that would be forward. If you pull gas up, it's reverse. So then technically, when you push brake, it's not only braking, but it's like reversing as well. But then like if you try to reverse, it would just be brake. I don't know, probably fucked up.
Yeah, yeah, it's a little weird. Oh shit! How did that kill you and not me?
Oh, you're alive. The Gladius probably just a tanker, I imagine.
Probably actually. I took a wing off, but honestly, Dad, I think that was pretty good for tonight.
Yeah, no,
Online.
Now let's I don't know if you want just like quick little like you know, I know you're obviously gonna shred, but I just wouldn't mind like trying like a couple little like duels here just to see if I can implement any of this stuff like under pressure, like slight bit of pressure.
Sure.
Because it's like one, like I was saying, it's one thing like kind of knowing this, it's another thing like when like somebody's trying to shoot you to be like, okay, 45,
Yeah.
roll, fucking
Right. Yeah.
stay
Yeah.
close.
Doing it in practice.
yeah.
Right. Yeah. We can do that. I'll teach you. I'll remind you like etiquette too if you ever want to do this in free
Yeah,
flight.
it was.
You find someone you want. Yep. You just do a pass. You flare. Like usually you just flare someone that you want to fight, and then they'll turn around. Usually you do like a pass without attacking each other, which we already did,
Yeah.
right? Or we can do it
Yeah,
like here,
now it's good,
and
yeah.
then you turn around, and then it's just it's free flight. You know, yeah. You just go ahead and fight each other.
Yeah, because I just I did get into a fight with another guy here while I was with you to get back, and like I did that like flare maneuver around.
Yep. Yeah, I saw that. I watched that on the stream a bit.
Down. Ah. Ah, nice. At least I hit you a couple times.
Good fight.
If I didn't
You
put the
did.
shield down, though.
It might have, but I might have just got it back.
I wouldn't mind doing one or two more of them though, just because.
Aerospace.
Sure thing.
Anvil Aerospace. All systems online.
Essentially, it's pretty much like what would be next on training anyways. It's just combat, combat, combat. You just drill it into you, because then you start working on power management
Yeah.
a little
Well,
bit.
yeah, well, like under fire.
Mostly, yeah, or just mostly just getting used to that, like you said, the fear factor, you know, like, oh shit, you know, what am I doing? You know, what do I need to do? Oh shit, I'm out of boost, you know, how do I get out of this? And
Yeah. Watch out there. Okay. Pass. And then.
shit. I thought we would have hit there. Good shields, good shields. So I getting them back up a bit.
Check fire. Check fire. Ballistics low. Check fire.
Ballistics in this thing. I imagine you don't actually run ballistics in yours.
Not usually, no.
Ballistics.
Ballistics dry.
I see a lot of arrows using ballistics, but it's mostly to combat the other arrows. Because when I was flying one, it was very weak against ballistics.
Okay.
Good fight though. I feel like arrows kind of counter themselves if they carry those 2 size 1 ballistics on that turret.
Okay, yeah.
Because you always have a gimbal on that. I'm not saying people do use the gimbal, but
Oh, here's the thing too. Did you ever notice that, like, if you click gimbal and then you click gimbal again, the gimbal goes away, but you can still, like, your turret still, like, moves with it? Did you notice that?
yeah, so that's actually manually. So you're manually controlling
Yeah.
the gimbal, and you'll actually notice that actually has a bigger radius.
Yeah. I noticed that in C2. That's what I always do. Is I like gimbal, auto gimbal on, and then go to like manual, and then I find it so easy to like follow the pip with it. Oh, yeah.
There are some really elite pilots out there that practice that, and they use like a tiny joystick on their flight
Yeah.
stick, and they'll use that to actually aim the gimbal while they're flying, and it's crazy to see.
Yeah.
But you actually get a lot more movement because you can control that gimbal more than just the auto gimbal.
Yeah, no, I finished.
And it seems faster.
That's what I like. I always just do it just kind of for funsies too. It's like for when I'm flying and I can shoot lasers in a circle in front of my ship, just I don't know, like bored or whatever. But yeah, I noticed that like I don't like the circle gimbal, auto gimbal bullshit, but like I like the secondary version of it.
Right. I like the second one too. It's just harder to use because you're flying or you're trying to control it at the same time.
Shields hit.
Okay.
Yeah, this map is not the best because you'll notice that we kind of fade away from in the background to some of these objects around us.
Check fire.
Cool. Got one of my engines out there.
Check fire.
Yeah, with that gimbal there, when I'm like, I don't have you in my sights, but I technically do. It's funny.
Right. You have more.
Or
more
like I'm
range.
turning with you, and since I'm like shooting ahead, and it's actually like aiming
you
ahead,
can-
I can hit you without actually seeing you.
Right,
Not without
exactly.
seeing you, but I
You
mean
don't
like I'm
have
not on your pip, but like my nose is going at your pip. Oh yeah, fine. The ballistics on this are bullshit. I need to change
to-
this.
Good fight.
But I was out of ballistics like 5 seconds before I blew up.
Yeah.
Alright. Yeah, I would do it one more time. Oh shit, my guy jumped
Alrighty.
out. This fucking cock.
Online.
A little view reset.
Okay. GG. Pick that up.
Check fire.
You need like trigger discipline with these things.
For ballistics, yeah, definitely. You definitely do.
Check
Another way some people talk about with combat is you'll notice that you're always crossing, like you might be crossing your enemy's pit, like you're not staying on it, but like you cross over it, and that's also like a way to try to like trigger your, like discipline yourself. So like when you cross over it, you fire a short burst,
Yep.
right? Just to land some hits. And then like if I cross over you again, I'll fire like some shots.
Bullshit, I think I'm almost out already. Oh, fuck. These little... they need to fix ballistics in my opinion. It's so sad. Like,
Yeah,
I think it's
so too.
a much better game if the ballistics actually worked.
You know, I was talking about Frankie the other day, 'cause I'm like, you know, I just thought of this, but
Is that
if you can remove your good fight,
Yeah, yeah.
by the way, this is a really good fight. If you can remove your missile racks, right? So you can you can just take them
Yeah.
right off. Let us put fucking ammo racks on instead.
That would be smart.
Like, let us put
That
a
would be
fucking
smart.
ammo rack on. Give me a couple more shots in my ballistics. I don't care about missiles, right? Just
What do you think
know.
about them having like a reload in the game? Like something that it's like almost like a power triangle thing, where almost like,
Online.
or not a power triangle thing, but it's something like it takes away from you like maneuvering a bit, but like you can hold like F, and it takes like 5-10 seconds or something like that, but like it reloads, and like have it where it's like depending on the ship, like the light fighters might have 1 or 2 reloads, whereas like a bigger ship might have like
Right.
5 or something.
I could see that eventually, yeah. Like a charge, like a canister, like an ammo thing, and that
You
takes
can almost
time
just
to
hear your
reload
ship
it
going
or
like
something.
gurg, like doing some maneuver inside of itself.
Right, yeah.
Let's fight this random guy.
Shields hit.
Oh, he's just straight into it, right?
Yeah, Scorpion's good.
Fucking lost this guy completely. Oh yeah, like this the background's not helping here at all.
No, I do have information. There's gonna be I don't think this is leaked or anything. It's just gonna be publicly known. But Arena Commander is getting a brand new map soon that will have nothing but stars.
Nice.
It's gonna have a station in the middle, and it'll be black stars around it. So there's no bullshit stuff hiding behind hips.
Yeah, the white there was just like what the fuck?
Fade, yeah, the fade out, the blue on blue, or the blue on just, you know, extreme lighting that just disappears. It's a really good pirate maneuver if you're in the
Yeah, no, for sure.
If you're getting chased, flying to the
Alright,
sun.
let's do one more here. Or wait, well no, it's fine. I was gonna say we should back in some achievement on this thing, but I don't think ammo is really the biggest problem I'm having here.
Shields hit.
Yeah, you notice like fights don't take they don't take place at very high speeds.
No. That last guy
We're
just fought
flying
out
very well together.
pretty fast.
Yeah, and you'll notice like people will do that. Like they'll suddenly you're going 400 or 500, 600, you know, trying to chase this guy, right? Because he doesn't know what he's doing. Like he doesn't know that he's just holding forward too much. Or you find people that joust, right? Oh. You got me here. Got me in a bit of a deadlock there, deadlock. Yeah, and you'll find yourself in battles like that. That was a good example of it, where kind of pip locked, right? Like I'm chasing your pip, and I'm not chasing your pip, but I'm on your pip, and you're on my pip, right? And we're just both kind of dueling it out, right? We're just both hammering at each other, trying to see who outdamages who here.
Yeah.
That was a good fight. Almost had me.
Yeah,
there.
I've ran out of fucking ammo.
I know.
It's so fast.
The discipline, and I'm sure those were the
so
size
fast.
ones.
It's like, it's absurd how fast it empties. Yeah, like, even if I could put like, I don't know, like, let me see. I'm gonna back it right here and see if I can change that because
Go for it.
because it's not terrible. Like, I definitely, I feel like those neutron cannons are bullshit. First of all, and then okay, let me see this. Where's this arrow? Anvil, ship customization, systems, whatever. Oh, do you have yours like pimped out too with like good shields and stuff?
Yeah, my Gladius has the FR66s.
I'll probably put one of them in right quick since I'm here staring at them. FR66 rent item. Friend. Rest of it, I'm not gonna care about. I'll throw one of them in.
Yeah, no, I don't care about the rest of it. I just make sure I have a good shield. And that's it.
Okay, neutron cannon, get lost. There we go. I already had some bulldogs in the game because I forgot I got them from what's it called? Some point either subscribing or for some reason I had, or maybe people using my redeem code or whatever the hell. Oh shit, I got sucked in.
Yep.
Broken Moon.
Oh,
Yeah,
it
I think
sucked
it
you
pulled me in.
immediately.
Just a second here.
That's so weird. That's what happened to me too. I hope that didn't freeze the game out, because it froze me for a while. I was just stuck in that
Yeah,
menu.
it's loading. Loading. I like your idea too of like, if you could replace the missile racks with just extended ammo, so that's not even a reload. It's just, let's say instead of the ballistics having 300, it makes them have like 600. So it's just like,
Yeah,
it'd be nice.
and like they could do it different ways. They could do like, this gives you like a flat amount, or it gives you like a percentage amount. I feel like a percentage amount might be a little bit easier because, like, you know, the cannons are going to have, you know, less ammo regardless than
Yeah, I think it's
the Gatling guns.
Yeah. Just unlimited loading.
I think it froze me. Yeah, it froze me earlier.
Should I leave it load or just like restart?
Honestly, I just thought it would be quicker to restart. You can type quit in the console,
Alt F4 that shit.
or you can alt tab and
I'll just close
Splen join.
everything, yeah.
Look at that. Holy shit. Mr. Splen.
Oh, there's a bunch of people over on the server when I left. I was wondering. I thought they were all doing stuff.
Oh, no, they left?
Oh, I don't care. I just. It's funny. I noticed that. It's like sometimes, like if I'm not there, the boys are all up to things. But it seems like sometimes when I leave, it's just like they all go. It's like, but you guys were all just playing with each other. Like, why didn't you be there?
I mean, you are the ringleader.
But I mean,
You know,
like,
you bring
come
people
on,
in.
not really.
You know.
It's very
Yeah, you are. You're the bringer. You're the. It's like either you or sleazy. You know, people are like, you know, they kind of
Yeah.
bit of the ringleader. Like, you have the idea of what you want to do. Like, hey guys, let's go do this.
Yeah,
today.
I felt bad. I hopped in when I first got on. There was like 4 guys or 5 guys, and they're all like, "Yeah, we're rock mine on Aberdeen." I was like, "Oh yeah, cool." They're like, "What are you doing?" And I was like, "I was just gonna go rock mine on fucking Microtech, like just because I wanted to like more or less
keep it to
Well,
the
like,
same.
no, I wanted to go, like, just fucking dick around. I wasn't trying to do anything. I was dicking around on Microtech. And then,
Yeah.
like, they all fucking came over there, and I was like, boys. Like, the other guy was trying to get something going. And then they all just were like, I'm going to go do what he's doing. I was like, no, stay doing what the other guy's doing. You don't have to come do what I'm doing.
Yeah. Honestly, we kind of broke it up too the other night. It was Frankie and Mayhem and I. We actually just took out a Connie. Like, it was just Frankie was flying a Connie, and Mayhem and I were just gunning it, and we were just trying to do something different, right? Just fly it, and fly around the fucking world, and we got our asses kicked by a C2.
Oh, hilarious! Oh man, C2 is fucking amazing. I have to say.
Yeah, like we kind of it caught us off guard a bit because we didn't realize what was happening. Next thing you know, Frankie was like trying to fly out. We're trying to get him down, but it was interesting, just that difference, right? It's like, oh man, a C2 just took us out in a fucking Connie. Like,
oh yeah,
no, it's nice to kind of play the game in a different mode than your usual.
Yeah, that's what I'm a huge fan of, just like switching it up and doing different shit.
I definitely see where there's not really much of a game loop, but there's a venture, like in the whole space touring sector, like with the origin ships and the luxury ships, where honestly, the game's beautiful. It's nice to go around Microtech.
Super nice. Yeah. Microtech's awesome.
Magda, or just all the different moons and stuff.
So you guys say too, having the missile racks off gives you like a little bit more handling.
So from what I understand, Frankie, I don't know exactly who's tested this exactly, but so now I don't know if it's so I think it has to do with the ship's weight, because essentially you still have weight to your ship, you still have mass, and we've actually checked this with scan mode, because scan mode actually tells you the ship's mass if you scan something. If you take out components, you'll have less mass in your ship, and it doesn't give you a higher speed. It doesn't give you more accelerations, I don't think. Like, your max Gs are still the same, I believe. Yeah. From what I understand, what it does give you is a little bit better pitch and yaw rates and roll. So, like, it might give you a little bit more degrees in your pitch, yaw, and your roll. So, yeah, it does make you a little bit lighter. And at the same time, you have less inertia, right? So, like, if you're trying to change your vector, and you have slightly less mass, it takes you less force to change your direction, change your speed, change your this.
That makes sense.
Whatever
you're trying to do. Do you want to send me an invite? It won't let me join on you for some reason.
Yeah, we can do that. Yeah, that's what happened before with me.
I upgrade. I did the ship customization thing already, so I'm good to go. Now, the one thing I was not thinking about though is like, now I'm definitely gonna have to power manage more. Whereas with the ballistics, it's just doesn't matter.
Yeah, it is a different thing.
So I would at least one like this, maybe two.
Power management, it becomes a little bit more of a thing. It comes down to just, honestly, like, to start out, you can just stay with weapons, and try to limit your boost usage.
Yeah.
I'm not going to say, like, completely do it, but you'll notice, like, how much boost you use. But at the same time, if you don't go into boost, you'll kind of force yourself to limit how much you use, and it kind of teaches you when you need to use it, when you don't. Less of just like, oh, I'm out of boost, I need more, so I can use more boost to do like a crazy maneuver, right? You just learn how to use boost in smaller places.
Alright, you do one more pass and then I'm ready. I was just fucking.
Yep. Ready to go when you are. Oh, now it seems like I'm taking damage.
No shields this time though.
Yeah.
It's like no hope of me getting shields up, dude. Oh, get wrecked. Yeah. You won't work.
Good fight. Got more damage on me for sure.
Really? Because like with the other things, I was hitting way fucking more, but like they were just probably.
Yeah, I mean the arrow does actually have a little bit more DPS than the Gladius, but you had a lot more steadier hits on.
Okay, let me block my speed.
I think the thing that throws people off with ballistics is that you fire it so fast. Like, with the speed of ships, it's just kind of. There's also a spread too. Like, there's still a spread in like a decoy, like not recoil, but like you don't fire the ballistics completely straight, right? So.
Shields hit.
Oh shit! Yeah.
Go ahead, I'll let you get a
Oh,
recharge.
it's all good. Oh, sure. Yeah. All right. I was just going to fly past you. But,
Oh, sorry about that. I was probably caught talking.
All right, I'm gonna fly past you. All right.
Yep.
Check fire.
I cut speed a lot more this time too. I feel like I cut too much. Too much.
Trying to find me.
There's a lot of pips around too. Yeah.
Good. Yeah, it's hard to track sometimes.
I would do one more, and I think I'll call it there. Yeah, there's definitely fun. I enjoy doing this.
Aerospace. All systems online.
Yeah, no, it's not you.
I just flew by right above you.
All right. Yeah. Goodbye. I think it fucked with me having the Yeah, okay, yeah. Fuck those gimbals. It's weird having some not gimbaled and some gimbaled.
Oh yeah, that's absolutely terrible. Yeah, it's throws it off because you only have the little circle that shows your main guns, right?
Yeah, it was weird. So I was like hitting you with like
Shields hit.
the gimbals,
Check fire.
but not the
The pea shooters, yeah.
not the others.
Not the main guns. Yeah. I got my shields down.
Check fire.
Yeah, the way I'm doing it is I think if I manage power a little bit better too,
Check fire.
definitely do a little better.
Yeah.
Come on, return, fuckers.
Check fire.
Wrong button.
Shield down.
Good job.
Oh, I was close.
But no, I could definitely
Good
see messing with this, getting more on point.
Yeah. Practice. Like I know it's one of those things, but like even for me, like I started playing at IAE last year, which was what March-ish, I think. You know, you just get, you practice a bit, you get good at it, and then you take a break. You know, you play the pew, and then it's one of those things. You know, it becomes more of a habit to just practice it, stay on top of it. I delved myself right into VR, like Battle Royale, and I just go into Battle Royale, see who I could take down. You know, it sucks a couple times, sometimes because you do get third partied or you just get killed over and over and over again. But it kind of puts you in that like fight or flight mode.
Oh, fuck. Alright. Yeah, no, for sure. Yeah. I can definitely see, so technically, as the flight train, just kind of a recap here, is like, the first time you do it is just kind of going over settings, explaining rough stuff. And then the second time, is this like what me and you just did here? Is that what you do, like, the second time? Technically?
Yeah, honestly, yeah, I pretty much sketched this up last week, and I was just like, yeah, this is a good second. You kind of advanced through it real quick, orbiting. So that's, it was good to get some combat in already, because that's what the next thing can be, just practice combat. You just drill things, feedback, always. I'm going to give you feedback on what I think you can do less of, more of. But yeah, that's pretty much it for flight training. It's always an evolving thing, so we just try to do the best we can.
Now, when you're I might try that race at some point this week. That's what I'll probably try and do at some point. When you're doing that, like, I'm trying to think of, like, I guess I'll just have to do it and find out, like, get speeds according to how it, like, kind of feels. But what would you say, like, when you're doing, like, the more technical parts of that, like, how fast do you think you're going?
And like the race for Old Van. Yeah. Honestly, I don't go past probably 400, maybe 450. Like, that's it, and that's on the straights.
Yeah.
When you're doing a lot of the technical stuff, it's hard to describe, but to do a lot of the maneuvers, you have to use like a lot of the left and up strafe and just a little bit of forward. It's not a lot, but you have to add in just a little bit of forward to make it work. You'll notice, like, when you try to, like, say you come up on a turn and you're trying to slow down, you might hold back, like back to the left or whatever. You're trying to slow your ship down. It's actually more beneficial to just try to aim in the direction you need to go to and then just boost in that direction.
But yeah, no. Yeah, I'll give it a try once or twice.
Yeah, you gotta give it a shot, and it'll get you down to, like, kind of learn what inputs change, like how to fly the ship. That's like, to put it down to terms. You learn how to fly the ship, what inputs will give you what. How you move that TVI around.
Now, are you using space brake when you're doing that? Like
doing
the
what,
race
per se? Like the racing?
Would you just, like, know
not
the
really,
speed that you're supposed to go?
Yeah, that comes down to, like, that's kind of more speed management. Yeah, you just kind of know the speed you need to go, and I would say fly, like, go in there, put your speed limiter on. Just put your speed limiter on and go nice and slow. Just go through all the rings. Just
and then just, like, keep
get a
rolling
feel
up
for
your
it,
speed limiter.
and then exactly. You just roll it up a little bit, but then you'll find yourself at a point where, like, if you go too fast, you'll notice you might start drifting into buildings or, like, smashing into these things. And then you can leave your speed limiter up high, but just try to personally control the speed, going through. And, that comes down to the muscle management, but also because keyboard and mouse, it comes down to the tap, tap, right, tap. But yeah, I would just do it a couple times on slow and just try to get through all the rings. Either way, I think it's fun too, because it's a little bit of a break. You're not dying all the time in combat. Some people, like Frankie had a hard time with Battle Royale. Like, he gets a little tense, in combat. Like, he will, and he gets into a fight, he puts himself into that fight or flight mode. Like, he's gonna die, that kind of thing. So it kind of gets a little
I find
tense.
almost all the PvP boys, you're probably more of an exception, but, like, all the PvP boys, I always just say they, like, run hot. Like, they get right into it, you know what I mean?
Yeah. Like,
I wouldn't say aggressive, but, like, it's all like get clapped, bitch. Like, you know what I mean? It's just you get right into it. You know?
Yeah, they get like really into it. It becomes an ego thing. Like, you know, if you die, but I find myself I get into that, and then like I have to like it just gets you to panic more though, right? Because like you're trying to like always think of like how do I beat this asshole? You know, like it's just you get into a different mindset.
I find I even get into a little
and
bit,
then
like
sometimes
whenever boys do fighting shit, I'm like, fuck yeah, fuck that, fuck that guy up.
Sometimes I just find myself, I'll just take a deep breath and just relax a little bit, and then you just fly.
Yeah.
Like you just fly. You know?
Yeah, no, because I'm like that with it, like most stuff in life, and I find if you don't get worked up about it, it's like, I don't know, things just happen easier. Like I don't like.
Yeah. I kind of learned it earlier, like in the game itself, because you know I first tried this game. I had a Titan, and I was doing box missions, and you know like I'd try to fucking do box missions and then just die, you know. And it's like, okay, I'll try to go do some bunkers, you know. And I was doing bunkers, and then it's like, you know, oh, this guy just killed me that was on the ground dead. Like he still shot me while he was dead, and it's just like I died. Like god damn it, like what the fuck.
Yeah.
So where I just kind of learned, like, it doesn't matter which, like, and I tried not to, like, get attached too much to it. I've seen some people in our flight trainings where, like, they dying, like, losing or, like, you know, dying in a fight, like, it just hits them so hard.
I noticed that so much.
They take it personally, you know, and it's like, oh, man, I could have done better, like this, and, you know, they kind of beat themselves up about it, you know, and it's like, you just died. That's it. You know, just go back into it. Play again.
One thing I noticed, and I got a little bit, probably, I figured this a little bit out from Conan, is like my server on that was like, if you die, you like dropped all your shit. So like, I find it so funny how much people get like, and I get it, cause like I used to get sensitive about it, like when I played that game until I just like got over it. But like people losing gear. It's funny how like just it like ruins their day.
Yeah.
It's funny. Where it's like I just have like 40 sets.
Yeah.
Just kind of get over it. You know what I mean?
Yeah, no, I know what you mean. It happened to me earlier. I was playing Valheim again. I haven't played it in a long time. Never beat it or anything. And it's like, I was like super far away. I was in some fucking like the delves or whatever, like little skeleton things, and one of the skeletons finally killed me, and I'm like, god damn it, not, you know, like what the fuck.
Yeah.
Just had to escape, you know, just that's it for the day.
Yeah.
It happens. But
yeah, I try not to get too worked up about that type of stuff. Oh, I'm not fit to there. No, blow up. Yeah, no, but this was good. I always thank you for the flight training. It's definitely eye-opening, and from my perspective, it's like I'm pretty good at almost all. Like, I know how to do everything in this game, but like I'd say my weakest point is like actual flight combat and stuff. So it's one of those things where
you got a lot of the fundamentals.
Yeah, so it's one of those things where like to be able to kind of tell and get people to do things, you have to kind of know how to do it to like the nth degree. And I can't do that with combat. I just have to be like, figure it out and kill them. You know what I mean? Like, I don't fucking know. It sounds like I should definitely get a little better at it, is my perspective on it. So then I can be like, no, it's fucking easy. You do this. And be able to explain. Or just like kill people for people just because it's like, no, don't worry about it. Just kill him. Like,
we're doing a bit of practice ourselves with some like actual group fight and like team fighting, because like we AGB, like we don't have too many guys, like it's mostly just Frankie and Mayhem and I, like for the most part of Air Wing, but even still we don't have like a lot of practice like fighting as a team, like, or just like what do you do, like how do you fight, you know. So we've been kind of getting some help with that and just trying to learn. It's the same thing, like, right, it's a different mentality of like knowing what to do, knowing how, you know, what do you say, you know. It's just like, kill the guy, but it's like, okay, how do you do
like,
that,
yeah,
right?
like, what is the best way for us to get this guy? Like,
and then stay alive, right? Like, yeah.
Yeah, I hear you. Now, it's funny, Sleazy brought this up, and, like, I almost should at some point get you, because you're usually hanging around and stuff. At some point, I should, like, promote you up to, that I've been mostly doing it to people who are, like, actually in the org somewhat, but, like, get you in, like, the officer chat, because that's where we come up with things to do sometimes. And, one that Sleazy brought up, like, I'll read it right now. I want to do escort training soon, like fighter escort. So, like, he was saying squad of, why is the name of Cartwalls in, like, in all in space and arrows on surface. Wait, squad of Cartwalls in space and arrows on surface, thinking like 4v4, then switch teams. I wasn't quite getting what he was saying, but when he was saying, like, do escort training, I imagine that was like 4 people attack, 4 people defend, almost. Like, let's say just theoretically, like, I'm flying a C2, and then I have 4 people on me, like, defending, and then 4 people come in and try and attack, and the 4 people that are defending fight them off. You know what I mean? Just like situation training. I was like, that sounds legit. You know what I mean? So, like, something like that. I don't know if we could probably, like, if you guys in AGB ever wanted to, like, be the other 4, maybe. You know what I mean? So then it'd be like,
we could probably manage that.
Yeah, because then you have, like, you could try it as, like, from either side, like, have it where, like, you're attacking the C2, but you're trying not to get, like, just shot up by the other people. But, like, your main goal is probably, like, take down the transport. Or whereas, like, the other way, it's like your goal is to, like, protect the transport.
Right,
yeah, I think it'd be pretty fun. You know what I mean? But, like,
yeah, there's different ways to do that too. Like, you know, are they allowed to kill the fighters? Like,
yeah,
you know, or
well,
is
like,
it
how would you do it? Would you go in,
kill
get rid of all the fighters, then get rid of the transport, or just like?
Absolutely. Like, that's ultimately, if you want to win that, you have to stick as a group, right? You got to stay as a group, and then you have to commutatively pick one target. You pick the closest target to you, or, you know, you try to pick them off. And then if they try to run away, you don't chase. Like, you don't try to chase them away, because you're going to split up your team, right? Like, you're going to stretch your team out. So you just let the guy go, pick the next target closest to you.
What I would be doing is I would want to put myself in the transport, and then what I would like to do is the transport is try different things that I can do to help the situation, or, like, to theoretically, like, I would try it a couple different ways. I would try it like I say the first couple times you would try and do it where, like, when you're getting jumped on, almost have it where, like, I have to, like, get out of atmosphere, lock a location, then after I lock it and, like, I'm good to jump, give you guys, like, an extra 20-25 seconds before being like, okay, like, I'm gone. You know what I mean? Like, fighters did their job. And then I would have one where it's like, theoretically, like, let's say there's an armistice zone 30 kilometers away, and I'm doing the, like, race to the armistice zone, like, maneuver, where, like, you have to put me down before I get
know what you're talking about.
And then, like, what I would like to try is, like, trying to help take you guys out. Now, 2 ways I would do that is, like, fucking ramming you guys, you know what I mean, with the transport. Just, like, offensively using the transport to, like, try and, like, smash you guys like bugs in a windshield. And then, like, other one would be, like, actually just trying to join in with the fighters and see how, like, as a group of 5, we can all kind of come together to start, like, also, like you're saying, picking the attacking fighters off one by one and trying to, like just lend firepower to, like, just put their shields down, or, like, try and catch ones out and almost, like, caught, like, if I can, like, put shields down, be like, switch onto him, he's fucked, you know what I mean? And then try and, like,
Right,
Yeah.
exactly.
Like, you know, because like there's
It becomes a
Yeah.
thing. It becomes a team building thing, definitely, and that's actually what we're just beginning to go through.
Yeah, if you guys are ever interested in that, I definitely would not mind setting something up. But it was mostly like Fleazy's idea, but I like the idea of like the whole idea of the org is like what I eventually want to be doing is, let's say, like running mining outposts like in some random fucking place and doing like a lot of transporting of like large, very expensive transport loads of goods around. Probably escort it.
Right.
Like, you're going to get jumped, and like, what is the best way to deal with it? Is it like run? Is it fight? I know it's definitely situational, but like, if you're gonna stay and fight, like, should you attempt to just kind of ram some of these people? You know what I mean? Like,
Yeah, I mean, like, I never really thought of it that way, too, but, like, in the PU, rather. Like, I mean, a good fighter wouldn't let you ram.
well, that's what I'm saying. Like,
But, not saying it wouldn't
here's the
happen.
interesting thing: if my fighter squadron could stay in enough of a spot of where like you're trying to get in and kill them, and like you're not, like you said, you wouldn't pay attention to the transport at first. Well, like maybe I could like catch some of you guys out and just fucking ruin your day. Like if I'm kind of like
Yeah.
1,000 away off to the side while you're trying to fight them, as long as they don't like run away. Like it's that kind of like interacting with the transport, because like knowing their speed, not running away, not chasing, staying where like they can cover your ass somewhat, like almost like Hammerhead escort
Yeah.
training as well as what it somewhat would be like. The same tactics would apply to if like you have a bulk of a team and a Hammerhead. It'd be the same thing like escorting
Shows
a
up,
C2,
yeah.
where it's like you want to stay close. You want to have them cover your, like if you're running, run like only 2k away at max and away from their side barrage, so that like anyone who goes on your ass, they have them, like kind of type thing. You know, just situation training.
Yeah,
pretty
yeah,
much.
Nope, I agree. Just flying close, too. Like, I kind of want to, practice just flying close to people. Because that's a really fucking difficult thing,
Yeah,
too.
and I think a little bit of that goes into what like kind of Sleazy was saying is like if transport's going and then 4 people are off you, like communicating all together where you can like low fly or even like come from atmosphere into planet fast as a group, and like how that communication would work. Like what would you set your
Yeah.
speed limiter to pull that off? Or like how would you
Right.
manage speed to make that like work efficiently? Yeah. That's just some thoughts. I don't know if you guys would be interested in getting something like that on the at some point. I might have to.
I'm sure that you
I
probably
probably have
would.
to question Sleazy more and see what he's thinking. But,
Yeah, give it a thought. It's gonna become a thing soon,
Yeah.
you know, like it's cargo salvage, and
well, I'm thinking like you guys who just like love
repair.
combat. Not only to like make money, but just to get fights and keep things interesting with piracy, and just like eventually how this game's gonna be. Like one of your big things that you would probably be doing for money is like escorting people, or, like escort missions,
Yeah.
or like defense missions, or like offense missions. Like especially if you're like working with a pirate group,
Right.
you're gonna be like, how do we take this C2 out before they get away? And like you could even probably, we could even probably do like a, eventually add in like a, things like a sentinel or like quantum jamming, with like an interdiction into it as well, to like see how you would do that. Obviously it's like kill the interdiction first, but like that's a lot easier said than done.
Yeah, it is.
Yeah.
One thing I was thinking about too is like, cause you can put a mantis inside of a bigger ship, right? Like you put a mantis
Yeah.
inside of an 890 jump,
Yeah, no.
right? Then what do you do? How do you get the mantis down?
Yeah, you'd have to like focus up on the large ship, I guess.
Exactly.
I don't think it fits in an 890.
I mean, if an eclipse can fit in it, the mantis can fit in it.
Even if you had to smash the wings
Isn't
off.
the mantis big? That's a good idea, right? As long as it's in
Yeah, and can turn on. That's all you need.
there. Yeah.
How you doing, Frankie? Enjoying New World?
It's nice to play a game where there's a questing path that
Yeah.
works.
Online.
Other than that, it's okay. PvP is fun.
Yeah, I was talking to, I think it was Mason the other day, about how I'd love to see it, Star Citizen, that eventually if they were going to put in any, like you barely call it story mode, and you'd barely call it a tutorial, but it'd be like, when game starts, it's like, let's say you talk to Eckhart or some shit, and then after you finish doing whatever he wants, he kind of like, you know, gets you started doing the odd thing, or like you start talking to like whoever the first NPC is you start talking to. After you kind of do what they want, and it kind of brings you into some of the skills of the game, he's like, well, I have another contact that you should go see, and let's say that's like the person who does the next set of missions, and then it kind of slowly brings you around the verse, talking to different NPCs that kind of give you different tasks that have little bits to do with just mechanics in the game, and eventually it'll end out where like you're out of Grimhacks doing like criminal shit or something. I had it more explained with him, but it was like,
Yeah.
and not like forced or like a quest chain or anything, but it's like if you start out, it kind of, if you follow this along, it'll kind of end up bringing you all around the verse, doing different things, and get you a taste of, you know, all the aspects of the game.
Yeah, I could definitely see them trying to get that done sometime,
Yeah, like whenever everything's gonna get.
especially when they have more game
Yeah.
out.
Yeah. Anyway, that was definitely fun though. Probably
Sure was.
be back next week if you're doing it again.
Yeah, it'll be open more than likely.
So yeah, it's good. Alrighty then. Probably end this there.
Already
Yeah.
dead.
I thank you again.
Not a problem. You did some good fights tonight.
Yeah, it was good. I definitely so far, like, my feedback on your fighter training is the way you were going with it, of how it's like you start explaining things, then you start just explaining like rotation stuff and flight stuff, and kind of introduce people into the race. And then what we did today is like the you and the Sentinel thing, where it was like slower, and then like working up to Gladius. Definitely super helpful, I'd have to say. Like the incrementally bringing it up.
Right. Appreciate it. It's definitely, it's the way I learn, so it's a really good way to learn.
Yeah. Alrighty, I'm gonna hop over again, but thank you again. We'll probably see you
Alrighty,
in a
Dad.
week or something.
Yeah, we'll see what's going on.
Alright, later.
Take it easy, man.
Alright, everyone. That was the flight training with AGB for this week. It was very useful. I definitely improved on how I normally fly things. I hope you guys enjoyed. I'll be going back again next week, and I assume there'll be more fighting and combat, all that good stuff. As well as if any of you guys are interested in seeing some of what I was kind of talking to him about at the end there, about different scenarios and fighting scenarios and dogfighting scenarios, kind of attack and defend ship related stuff. let me know, because I'm sure I can set that up. It'd probably take a little bit of getting everything going, but let's see what Bowman's saying right quick here. What's up, Bowman?
Yo.
Would you guys
That was flight training.
Oh, it was good. It was actually really good. Learned a lot.
Yeah, I just logged into your live stream right as you were leaving.
Oh, hilarious. Yeah, I was
like,
just
oh, okay.
talking to them about random things that I think would be fun. Just like Sleazy kind of brought it up, is doing like some 4v4 like escort training, like attack and defense type stuff. I don't know if you heard that.
No, it was literally as you were logging off.
Yeah.
I just got on. I took a break, watched some TV.
No, it seems like everyone got off.
Yeah. I noticed that. Been a quiet Sunday.
Yeah, I think I was gonna go make some food here shortly. And then I think the girlfriend wanted to play something. I imagine it's probably gonna be one of those battle royale things again. She convinced me to say yes, so I think I'm gonna end up playing some of that with her after we eat. So probably won't be back at the Citizen this evening, but I'll probably be on over the next couple days at least.
Yeah, I just launched the game and it wants me to pick a new home base.
Oh really? I'm gonna restart the game and see if it's like a patch or something. I didn't hear anything about it.
I didn't see a patch. I'm relaunching to see if it was just an error.
Yeah. I'm curious. Imagine if that 317.4 dropped somewhat early.
It says .3 still.
See that. Because that Pt.2 came and went like super fast. So.
I mean, I think it was an error. The Pt.2. Somebody clicked the wrong button.
A character reset.
Nope. To unlock your friends list, select a primary residence.
I would not mind a character reset. I almost should do one on myself because I have so much missing gear from dying so many times, but I never really character reset. I couldn't be bothered, to be honest. I hate setting everything up afterwards.
Well, shit. Why it's Sunday?
I don't know. I'm launching right now. I'm curious if it's just you. And if it is just you, I wonder why. I wonder if that's maybe CIG getting to your ticket.
They heard me talking.
They're listening. Like, oh yeah, you want your thing fixed? Well, we'll see about that. No, I think it's just you because I don't have to do it.
Well, what the hell? Is this gonna erase everything?
I don't know. Maybe.
I mean, should I just not do it?
I think you kind of have to play the game. You gotta love Star Citizen.
Where should I put my home base?
Our corp's a good one. Our corp's legit. Alright. 1 second. Alright, anyway, I thank you guys for watching. I'm probably gonna hop off here. I might end up having a third live stream today if I end up playing one of those Battle Royale things with the girlfriend, but if not, it's been a fun Sunday. A lot of fun. 07. See you guys next time.